Analysis of bone arrowheads from prehistoric Argentina has revealed sophisticated craft production among communities that lived more than 700 years ago. The research shows that late Prehispanic peoples of the Sierras de Córdoba developed standardized manufacturing techniques transmitted through family lines, offering new insight into how these highly mobile societies organize daily life and technological traditions. The study was led by Dr. Matias Medina and his team from Argentina's National Scientific and Technical Research Council. They analyzed 117 bone artifacts dated between approximately 1220 and 330 years before present. This work fills an important gap in the understanding of South American prehistoric technology, demonstrating that these groups practiced flexible mixed economies, combining hunting, gathering, and farming, while maintaining seasonal mobility. Archaeological materials from the Museo Arqueológico Numba Charava show that artisans mainly selected long bones from llama species, most likely the guanaco, a wild relative of the llama common in the Argentine mountains. These animals were first hunted for food, and their bones were later retrieved or reworked into tools. Bones from other species, such as pampas deer, were rare. The manufacturing process was remarkably consistent across the region. Craftspeople typically selected metapodia, the long bones of the hands and feet, splitting them lengthwise through direct percussion to create blanks. These were flattened by grinding on abrasive stone surfaces, then refined through scraping and whittling to produce symmetrical arrowheads, some with barbs and stems for secure hafting. Final treatment involved careful smoothing and bright polishing, producing a shiny surface that reduced air resistance and protected the bone from weathering, extending the weapon's lifespan. According to Dr. Medina, these final traces overlapped earlier working marks, reflecting a sophisticated understanding of form and function. Only 3 arrow points displayed incised decoration, consisting mainly of lines and small triangles similar to motifs found on decorated spatulas and ornaments from central Argentina. Dr. Medina suggests this rarity reflects a specific social purpose. We think bone arrow points were primarily used for warfare rather than hunting, he explains. Incised decoration or other stylistic traits, such as extra barbs, expressed social identity and left a powerful reminder of the maker's cultural affiliation on wounded enemies. This interpretation reshapes our understanding of prehistoric weapon systems in the region. While stone projectile points were likely used mainly for hunting, the more labor-intensive bone points appear to have been reserved for intergroup conflict, with decorative elements acting as strong social markers. The standardized yet individually distinct nature of these arrowheads suggests that technical knowledge was transmitted within nuclear families rather than through specialized workshops. The family unit thus appears to have been the core of both subsistence and craft production during the late Prehispanic period. Dr. Medina emphasizes the importance of broader comparisons with neighboring regions, particularly the low Paraná and Uruguay River floodplains, more than 500 kilometers away. These areas developed complex bone technologies under different environmental conditions, with limited stone availability and economies focused on aquatic resources. Such comparisons will help clarify how prehistoric communities adapted their technologies to local environments.